swag. Do about tag on I got it in the bag now. Getting all type of cash. I'm a general true. I never did anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning. Skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me a pop out of morning. I had me some breaks by the morning. I had a sis by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture.
You got a picture me. Send me calling. Ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. They don't make a sound. Money goes on these. White paint on my toes. When I see that new Bay alert, gon' be mad. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost like who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that you gon' lose to. Dripping in ice, you looking at you. It's squad goals win. Are you pretty like no?
I never did anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning. Skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me a pop out of morning. I had me some breaks by the morning. I had a sis by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Houston Texans. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 70 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll try and sneak it here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll go with a keeper. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. It's their quarterback taking it in. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 21. A shotgun snap for Watson. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's 2nd down. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Watson going deep for Hopkins. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 79 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are in for 6.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Watson on 1st down, trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. On 2nd down, Kamara. And now running right through it. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Watson. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down. On 1st and 10, Watson dumps it off to Mixon, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it's a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Watson. And it's incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
No, check, Patriot!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. On play action, they'll throw. Step, and the pressure gets to him again. Angelo Blackson in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Up comes Houston. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Shows off the quick feet as he takes this one up to the 20. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Again, this is Kamara. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big. And the Broncos go to a nickel set on 3rd down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. Operating from the gun, Watson. And some space here. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Second and goal from inside the 5. He's going to get it running right. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week, he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Down. Back 22. Back 22.
They're going for it. It's Watson going deep for Hopkins. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Texans draw a bit closer. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And coming out now, the Broncos. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They'll look to throw here. Left side here to Sanders. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Broncos on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. Shakes off the sack. Staying on his feet. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it.
Gun!
Now back to throw. And Ingram holds it in. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it.
Gun!
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. And they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Motion. All right, now, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Gun!
And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal.
Leopard!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Angelo Blackson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Hey. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue
90. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll set up to throw. This is caught. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Back there in that Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Right there, look, 55.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Over.
They'll run it. Freeman. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Royce Freeman as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. On 1st down, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Line of scrimmage again to 25, 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Now McManus on to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Again, it's Kamara. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Watson now on 3rd down. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. To throw is Watson. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. A shotgun snap for Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Watson now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. And his throw is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Out of the gun, Watson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Black 99 Philly. Down. Black 22. Black 22.
From the gun, here's Watson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans get a bit closer. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. Open man right side is Ingram. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 36 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking right. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. There he goes inside the 30. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Broncos on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
He'll drop to throw. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They come up in an offset eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Second and goal from the 1.
Back there to that Philly. Here we go. Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They get it to him running left. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go.
They come out here in the eye. On 3rd down. That's Lindsey. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the 1st, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Now
back now in Houston. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
No. Check. Patriot. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Over.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. It's their quarterback taking it in, and the Broncos will add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that one. And it'll make it 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn them yet another 1st down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Will Parks. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when you intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football. But they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Prestissimo, when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now they try the right side here. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's in. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. 2
runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And they'll go on the ground. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game. And that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Flush to his right, and that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Looking to throw. And Ingram holds it in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. The Broncos on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Detroit.
They're going to look to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Here we go now. 3-19.
He'll get it up the middle. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jake Butt, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. McManus's point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again is Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's got Fuller. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 44 yards. And the Texans cut into that lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Another pretty solid, convincing win here in this one. We did have some excitement down to the very end, though. This game ended on a rare onside kick, but they didn't recover it.
And they were in great shape anyway, but going ahead and recovering, finishing things off, being part of that good hands team, it's an honor, but you want to make sure you do actually recover the ball.
Well, I'm just glad that it gave us a little something there at the end because this one was over beforehand.
You're right. You're exactly right. Down the stretch.